Feel the rain on your skin. One else can feel it for you.
And that's true, ladies and gentlemen. It is raining here today in Scandia, Michigan. Jackie,
raining.
what's the weather like over there?
You have to hit the weather.
It's
FCC
raining.
regulations do tell us you have to hit the weather right up top. So, Jackie, what is the weather like in Ishpeming, Michigan?
Wet, wet, wet. Feel the rain on your skin.
And Jackie, you had a birthday yesterday. Am I correct about that, or am I incorrect?
Yesterday is the day of my birthday.
I'm 40 years old, almost.
I'm not 40, but I am almost 40.
But you're getting there. You're starting to tilt the scales, the age scales a little bit towards.
And happy birthday to a great president. We know your mom's always with you.
Well, Jackie, can I ask you this? What was I going to say a minute ago? I just don't remember. But, my weather forecast here is, first of all, you are listening to the Happy Birthday podcast. Coming to you, I'm Dan, November 10th.
I'm Jackie, October 12th.
Which would, the day that we're actually recording this. Oh,
It was yesterday.
sorry. I like doing this live.
Birthday. To me, bitch.
And happy birthday, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard the official forecast was that there will be no rain, but I might have just been listening to the 90s on 9 and Blind Melon was playing. I don't know for sure. Jackie, how was your
birthday? It was, guys, I had a surprise party.
It was, guys. What?
I know. My first one.
I can't believe it. I didn't know about
And
this.
I was actually invited, but I couldn't make it. So, yeah, sorry I wasn't there.
He couldn't make
happy
it.
Birthday.
He would have had to
Thank
have
you.
come there, so he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
That was an obstacle.
It was the drive was the issue.
Yeah.
What happened? Is it not okay to talk about, or can you kind of spill some of the details?
I kind of blew it. I kind of blew it because I was like not really feeling great. I had a long morning, and we had plans. I'm doing air quotes to carve pumpkins with our friends who live not too far away. And I was like, I don't really want to do that today.
Oh, and then your husband had to be like, no, we have to do this.
And then my husband was like, we should probably just go ahead and do that.
We have
and
to
I was
do
like,
it.
Okay.
Halloween's 2.5 weeks away. We're running out of time. We have to carve these pumpkins.
So then we went to the sandwich restaurant where we work.
Shout out. This is not product placement, but that's
a bunch of my employees were there. There was cake. Some of my friends were there.
Wow.
We watched Harry Potter.
And you know what those young Harry Potter fans are saying right now is probably, wow, there's nothing like throwing a surprise party for your boss.
I know. I was like, I'm so sorry you guys are here. They like literally worked all day and then like waited for me. And then they were like, happy birthday.
Had to present you with a cake after making money for you all day.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, though. Happy Boss's Day, Jackie, and happy birthday podcast.
And happy birthday to a great president.
Mom's always with you.
Your mom's
Yes.
always with you.
Do you guys have any podcast recommendations?
Well, yeah.
For better ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listeners,
to
you want to cruise on over to Radiolab or Click and Clack.
Crip and crap.
I'm going to suggest radio station Q107 WMQT in Marquette, Michigan, Movie Trivia with Jim Koski for a podcast.
It's just that I have to clean the office later, and I've listened to every Dateline. I've listened to every
You haven't listened
48
to every
Hours. I've listened to every Forensic Files.
Well, let's go through the list.
Well, check out the gals over at My Favorite Murder, because I tell you, they kind of put a different spin on true crime, where a lot of times true crime, you get the true crime music, and it's scary. But these gals, they do more of like a, they kind of laugh. They laugh about it. They take the mask off the boogeyman and they laugh. And
I don't like women podcasters.
Okay, I'm going to, something where no woman podcast has ever touched. You're going to love it. It's called the Marx Brothers Council podcast. They do deep dives into Marx Brothers history. I don't listen to it. I don't understand half the stuff they are talking about, but you will not hear female voices, and they do look at the lighter side of the Marx Brothers as well.
Like Carl and...
No. More of the Mark Marks. And do you have a recommendation for yourself, Jackie? Because I could keep going. I mean, Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes.
Super Youper podcast. Shout out. I think they're not producing anymore, but
I keep burning through those episodes. I need something else.
I think TV6 has like a sports podcast now, and again just really want to get in there because maybe we're not cut out for podcasting, but I do think that we're cut out for a TV show on the local TV6 channel.
We're not.
We are absolutely.
Don't tell me we're not. No, don't tell me I'm not cut out for podcasting.
Listen, maybe we just don't have what it takes to take to the mics and make great content for people to enjoy every week. But what we do have is the machismo and charisma to take on the local news, sports, we could definitely do like a podcast about the weather.
Well, let's do it. Let's do a test episode right now. Jackie, you've been keeping an eye on that high school boys wrestling. How are they looking this year? How are their bodies looking?
Wet.
All right, that seems to be the theme of the day: a wet birthday and a wet wrestling match for Jackie Lambert, who I bet you. No, it's still bone dry here in Portland, Oregon. But I do want to ask you, Jackie.
That's ironic.
I know, isn't it? It's like, I'm not going to do an Alanis Morissette parody, but listeners, fill that in your mind's ear. It's like rain in Ishpeming, but it's not raining in Portland, Oregon.
It's like having birthday cake at your funeral.
Yeah.
I had birthday cake. Actually, I did eat today. I had birthday cake for breakfast.
Yay! He's having some birthday cake. Having a little birthday cake for breakfast. It's birthday time. It is Melissa's birthday today. I picked her up a cake from here on Mountain Bakery.
Happy birthday, Melissa Pasco.
Happy birthday, Melissa Pasco.
Sister, my little tiny baby sister. She is finally 18.
32 today?
Yeah, 32 years old.
32.
And I don't even know what to say about that except happy birthday to her. I don't know if she's at your house right now, producer Paul.
No, she's at your sister's. Yeah, she went to see the boys.
All right, well, because she does it, she's in your house.
Yeah, a lot of the time she's in my house. Yeah. Right now she's not. She's visiting her nephews.
And you two have bunk beds there, is that right?
No. I sleep in the car.
Okay.
But it, nice. We had a big birthday weekend. Friday we had cake. Saturday we went out. She wanted to Casa Calabria for her birthday, and I said, "What the hell?
I'm not even allowed there."
I said, "Fuck it, let's go." We went to the Casa Calabria. She said, "I'd hate to do it, but I have to get a steak well done because I'm pregnant." So she did, in fact, get a well done steak, very dark gray steak, came out with a big pat of butter on it.
Wow,
and she loved it. And that's all I have to say about that.
We'll say doctor's orders. You can have a pasta dish as well if you're pregnant. If you want to have the and Jackie, you do want to do a little shout out because you had some Cajun shrimp on your birthday eve.
Oh boy, did I!
Did you get recognized?
I went to the Lanyap. I did get recognized.
Okay, do a shout out so we can clip this and give them a shout out. Do shout out.
Shout out to the Lanyap.
Oh,
you guys fed me some deep fried grits with some kind of ham sauce.
Oh, ham sauce.
That shit
Any kind of mustard?
Busting. No mustard. I had the seafood risotto and these fried grits, and let me tell you, so fucking good.
Wow.
Sorry, Paul, you cannot eat there.
I can eat there, and I do eat there, but I can't eat fried food. Hey, if we're clipping this and sending it to Lanyap, I'm putting you on notice. I have a peanut allergy. I'd like to start enjoying your fried food. I haven't been able to since you've opened 20 years ago. I'd like you to change all that, start doing vegetable oil. It's a lot of places are doing canola oil, which will also be fine. But peanut oil is a no-go for me, so I actually can't eat your French fries or anything like that, your chicken wings, but I hear they're great, and I would like to try them. So if you could make an exception for me and the other people with nut allergies, please stop using this oil. It is destroying our community. It is destroying the heart of our community, and I would really like to see that stop because I do care about this community, and I'm raising a family here, and please stop following this trend of nut oils. All the restaurants downtown are nut oil restaurants now. I'd like that to stop. The Delft, you're on notice. Chicken Shack, you're on notice. Who else? Peanut Oil, Jackie. Five Guys, you're not in Marquette, but you are on notice.
906 Sports Bar.
906 Sports Bar, I don't think you use
They're just on notice
Peanut Oil,
anyway.
but they are on notice for some of the open mics I played there about a decade ago.
Yes.
I have information to share about my experience at the Lanyap. I'm going to save it because I don't think anyone wants to hear it. But if you want to pay to hear it, you can hear it over on patreon.com/HBDPOD. Please remind me to tell you about it, but I also don't need to tell it at all. But if you want to hear me potentially relate an anecdote about eating at Marquette, Michigan's only Louisiana Creole crawfish restaurant this summer, I will be sharing that information unless I forget. But right now, what I won't forget is Jackie. Today. Jackie today.
Yeah.
Jackie tomorrow. Jackie forever.
Thank you. Thank you.
But let's not worry about that right now. Let's think about a little bit more about October 15th.
Right. Tuesday.
October surprise, Super Tuesday.
And what do you think the October surprise will be?
I think
Another hurricane?
And happy birthday to a great president. We know your mom's always with you.
Guess who has a birthday today?
I'm going to guess Marlon Brando.
Oh!
Oh, okay.
No, it's not Marlon. It is not Marlon Brando, but if it was, I would definitely want to do an episode about him and some of the movies that he had done and could have done, because he's kind of forgotten. I mean, he's not forgotten, but he's not remembered by, I mean, who do people know these days? Not Marlon Brando.
Well, Marlon Brando, he's one of those guys who's got a fish name, and I always appreciate that.
Sure.
Lance Bass, Marlon Brando,
Mike Trout. Fishman.
Fish the band.
No,
yeah.
But here's a hint. Born on this day, I believe, in 1844. I can't look it up right now.
Sure. Okay.
But somewhere in the 1800s in Germany.
Okay.
And not a fish name.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's last name potentially could be the name of a fish if a fish were to be named the same thing.
Okay.
And this guy was not active so much in the world of film and cinema, which didn't exist in his lifetime, but more in the philosophy realm, Jack.
Ooh, really? Philosophy.
He
give me that year, that date of birth again.
Like I say, I think it was 1844, but I'm not going to look that up right now. I'll look it up for you. I'll do you a solid.
No, that's okay. I just
No. 1844.
Damn.
Okay, and he died in 1900, so there was very early cinema when he was in his dying days. And he apparently, at the age of 44, he suffered a collapse and afterwards a complete loss of his mental faculties with paralysis and probably vascular dementia. He lived his remaining years in the care of his mother until her death in 1897, and then with his sister. So kind of living the dream. And he had
philosopher.
big mustache. In his profile picture on Wikipedia, it looks like it's like not even connected to his face. Kind of looks like Dan Lawrence.
Cool.
I'll just say that. Also.
Nice. Okay. Is this like one of the big famous ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me think of all the big famous philosophers I know.
Okay.
Chico Marx.
Yep.
Donnie Marx. Karl Marx. Plato. Socrates. Dostoevsky.
We're looking for philosophers, not just a list of men.
The long names, though, is a good...
How do you distinguish between the two, really, at a base level?
He had existentialism and nihilism and did 19th century philosophy.
19th century.
I do want to tell you this. He was born in a province of Saxony, Prussia, a town called Rocken.
I don't know Prussia.
He was born in
Prussia.
Rocken, and his resting place is the Rocken churchyard. So, I think you would know something about that because you're kind of a rock chick.
I kind of feel like I should know a guy who's rocking. Yeah.
You guys want to hear some rock and roll? Or you
exactly. Yeah. So
I'm
he
ready to
invented
go.
rock. He invented thinking.
There's a picture of him. Like from the side profile. leaning on his head. He looks like, just the anguish.
The thinker. He's like on the toilet.
Yeah, the nude thinker.
Yeah.
The stinker.
The stinker from Prussia.
If they made that thing today, hey?
You should know this.
He went insane.
As they do.
And here's a good thing for you to know about him. His last name is spelled so weird. Who would that be? Da.
Franklin Roosevelt.
You're close with the first name. The last name, I'm telling you, it's spelled. The spelling of this name, I can't believe what I'm looking at when I look at this guy's name. Who could that be?
Is Franklin?
It's
Francis?
Well, no, a different, more Germanic, more of a Germanic flair. Come on. With the FR, leave that FR on there. I love that FR. Think Flintstone. Think Flintstone. Frederick or Friedrich. Yay!
I know him. He's like one of the big ones.
He's one of the big
He did
boys.
like existentialism.
Yes, he certainly
nihilism.
He did it all.
All the teenage boy feelings that no one knows how to put into words.
I know. And he was the one who found the beautiful German words to put those in. And
Schadenfreude, etc.
all of that. Friedrich Nietzsche. And we don't talk about philosophers very often on this program, do we?
No, not if we can help it.
Yeah. But today, there's no denying it. Born in this day, 1844, I believe I said. Today's jolly good fellow, JGF FWZ, was a German classical scholar, philosopher, and critic of culture who became one of the most influential of all modern thinkers. I don't know if I'd call that modern thinking because it is from over 100 years ago. The man who put the stench in existentialism and taught us that nihilism is not just a riverism in Egypt. Now listen. I want to get all into, I want to talk about his philosophies, right? His philosophical thoughts, stuff like that. And I know that people say podcasters are the modern day philosophers, hey? And yet still, I don't feel comfortable putting it into my own words. So I thought for today, let's do a segment that we do every episode called Philosophy, Food for Thought. Great quotes from Friedrich Nietzsche. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Kind of a tongue twister, I guess. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. I think, therefore I am. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. It is better to burn out than to fade away. Do or do not. There is no try. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. When you come to a fork in the road, take it. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. A good man is hard to find, but a hard man is even better to find. It is better to be a content creator than a content creator. There was a time where we used to have American bison. Now all we have are American bisons. What would beauty be without the beauty of woman? The evening gowns, the manicured nails, glossy red lips glistening under the light of $1 million chandelier. If we evolved from monkeys, why we still got monkeys? Why don't they make the whole plane out of the black box? Uh-oh. Am I here?
Yes. You're here.
When I was born, I was so ugly the doctors slapped my mother. I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Aw, you gotta give him that hawk tua and spit on that thing. Kofefi. I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how to get them to have Pokemon Go to the polls. And of course, sing like no one is listening, dance like no one is watching, and love like you've never been hurt. Wow, couldn't have said it better myself, so happy birthday, Friedrich Nietzsche. And Jackie, what are some of your favorite quotes from Professor Nietzsche?
Fly like a bird, fly like a bird. Irony is when you have 10,000 spoons and all you need is one knife.
Sure.
Don't stop believing.
It's not the heat, it's the humidity, I believe he said as well.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, everyone.
Hey, who doesn't love live entertainment? I know I do, and that's why I couldn't be more excited to tell you about our new sponsor, Live Nation. Live Nation is the world's largest and soon-to-be only live entertainment promotions business. But don't take my word for it. Here are some of the incredible live stage events coming soon to a city near you. This Thursday, December 5th, at the Center for the Performing Arts in Carmel, Indiana. Sounds tasty. The Cherry Poppin' Daddies will be rocking the stage with their Zoot Suit brand of broadly punkabilly swing ska, and if raspy-throated grunge is more your speed, you won't want to miss Puddle of Mud at the Jack Daniels Amphitheater in Brooksville, Florida on November 9th. That's the day before my birthday. Maybe it should be at the Dan Daniels Amphitheater. Of course, our thoughts are with the people of Florida, but not as much as they are with the Apache Gold Casino Resort in San Carlos, Arizona, where on Saturday, October 19th, that's coming up, you can find out just how far is heaven as Los Lonely Boys subir al escenario for their potentially sold-out show. But hey, Live Nation isn't just about toe-tapping tunes. How about some nut-busting laughs with Chris D'Elia at the Fraser Auditorium in Greater Sudbury, Canada? Fraser Auditorium, who knows, maybe Kelsey Grammer himself will show up. That's on Friday, November the 8th, which gives you just enough time to hop on a flight from Reading, Pennsylvania, where on November the 7th, Master of Puppets Jeff Dunham will be throwing his non-woke voice all over the Santander Arena, which reminds me, you won't want to miss Santana Live at the House of Blues in Las Vegas, Nevada on Sunday, November 10th, which is my birthday, and happy birthday from my House of Blues to you and from all of us here at Live Nation. Hashtag Live Nation Strong.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone.
And we'll hop in real quick and do the weather on the 8th.
Okay.
It is 2:48 p.m. in Marquette, Michigan. Today we're looking, it looks like a emoji of a rain cloud, which I can confirm by looking outside. Monday, it looks like it is going to rain, but one less rain strip than today. And then same deal Tuesday, high of 45, low of 36. Wednesday, we're going to see a little sun poking out with a high of 57 and a low of 40. And Thursday, it looks like we just got the sun, so it is going to be full sun, and that's a high of 62, low of 46. Friday, high of 65, low of 49. Saturday, we're going to have a little bit more rain peeking back in. We got 2 strips this time of rain, and just below a rain cloud, so it will look like, it won't be one of those weird rains where there's no clouds. There will in fact be clouds with this rain, high of 65, low of 46, and then Sunday, we're looking at a high of 59, low of 46, partly cloudy in Marquette, Michigan, and that is your weather on the 8th. I am meteorologist Josh Limita with TV6.
And let's get a counterpoint from Jackie Lambert.
It is wet out there, folks. It is raining. It is not dry.
The rain on your skin.
If you walk out with no umbrella, you will feel the rain on your skin. Guaranteed.
I'm going to guess you said Marlon Brando. I'm still thinking fish. I am thinking Brooke Shields.
Good guess, but
Okay. That was a good guess. That was fun to think about. The wonderful
like
Brooke Shields.
Evelyn Brooke Shields.
I believe she got famous for doing some nude scenes as a child.
14, yes.
Ugh, gross.
You have to edit that out. That was horrible.
The burp?
Yes, dude.
I can't help my body. I can't help the way God made my body.
Yeah, but we don't have to deal with it, so.
You turn on any radio station in the country, people are burping all up and down the mics. You can't avoid it if you're on the air for 3 hours. Did you listen to
Listen to Jim Koski. He's burping the whole time.
Ian,
Try to listen to the UP history videos that the museum posts that he does the voiceovers for, and it's just every other word is.
I don't know about that. Dan, you're gone. You're out.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Well, I can see you, but you're going like this.
Can you hear me?
Can hear ya. So, it is not Brooke Shield. It is not any member of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm. Is it, what's the, not S.H.I.E.L.D., but what's the other, god damn it, Hobbs and Shaw.
It's not Hobson. It's not Shaw.
Okay.
I love that movie.
I know.
It's a good movie.
It's a good DVD.
This is a person who knows all about DVDs.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Drew Van Dries.
No.
Shout out Drew.
No.
Okay. Did I say his name right?
Yeah.
Cool. How are they on DVD, this person?
They are responsible for what is on DVDs being created.
Mr. Toshiba.
No, not in that sense.
Oh.
This person is in the world of entertainment.
Okay.
They write screen scripts.
David the Mammoth.
Who's that?
Glenn Ross. And many other
Ice
works.
Age.
Ice
Same
Age as
stuff.
well.
This guy was a screenwriter, an author. He wrote crime novels about the Italian-American mafia and Sicilian mafia.
Did he write a book about Marlon Brando called The Godfather?
Yeah, yes.
That's why you guessed Marlon Brando.
I think so.
You didn't know it. It was subconscious in your brain. And I
Yeah.
tapped into your brain and I sucked the brain fluid out of your head.
Or
drank it.
I was just on Wikipedia moments before.
That's the same thing as
Yeah.
me drinking the wet juice from your brain.
Wet. Yeah. So who am I talking about? Dan.
Mario Puzo.
Mario Puzo.
It's Mario Puzo's birthday. He wrote The Godfather. And Jackie,
birthday,
I will say I
I'm 40
am
years old.
familiar. I'm going to wait. We'll wait it out.
Everyone,
wait it out.
that is correct. Mario
I know him
Puzo.
so well from seeing his name in the slightly raised bubble letters of paperback copies of the book The Godfather, which I've never read. But you see that name enough times, you don't forget it. It's like Tom Clancy or J.D. Brockenbauer. It's just authors that we all know and we can't forget. So I'm going to step aside and listen
He
to you.
did The Godfather in '69, which was later adapted
as
into
well.
a film trilogy. There's 3, count 'em, uno, dos, tres, by Francis Ford Coppola. Puzo was born in Hell's Kitchen, New York, to Italian immigrants. He served in the United States Air Force, in Germany during World War II, the bad one, and graduated from the City College of New York. These early experiences lent real-life grit to Puzo's writing style and paved the way for the creation of characters that are still recognized today. Which leads me to this week's weekly birthday quiz that we always do every week called Real Mobster or Fake Mobster.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try to
We're
tap
in
into my...
Dan, November
yes.
10th, will be given a list of names, and he is set to determine if the named person is a real mobster or fake mobster. I hate when you go to the Chinese buffet and they give you that fake mobster. It's just disgusting.
Wow.
Dan, are you ready to play this week's round of real mobster or fake mobster?
Hey, ready or not, here I come.
All right, let's begin. Real
No
mobster or fake
pun
mobster?
intended.
Born in 1929.
Yep.
Cause of death, gunshots. Married to Jeffy Lee Boyd. Name of Crazy Joe Gallo. Real mobster or fake mobster?
Well, shout out Joe Gallo from school.
That's what I was going to say. When we go to high school with Joe Gallo,
Yes, we
what the hell?
Indeed we
Small
did.
world, hey?
I was going to say fake. Wait, what was that? What was the spouse's name again?
Jeffy Lee Boyd.
So I was going to say Jeffy. Yeah, Jeffy Boyd sounds like a Chef Boyardee riff or something. And Jeffy's not a lady's name. But I do know Crazy Joe Gallo and was written about on a Bob Dylan song called Joey. that is not one of my favorites by any stretch of the imagination. So I have to say that Joe Gallo was real.
That song was about a hot dog eater.
Might as well have been.
All right.
Nice.
You ready for the next
I think
one?
you're thinking of the song "You Gotta Serve Somebody" and then in parentheses hot dogs.
Or no, I'm thinking of the Lou Reed song "Coney Island, Baby."
Oh, thank you.
Have as
yes.
many as you'd like.
Shout out
Born
Coney
in
Island. Shout out Coney
1932.
Island, honestly.
Cause of death, asphyxiation.
No.
Stefan Germanotta. Real mobster, fake mobster.
You really think you're gonna pull that wool over my eyes? These big, beautiful eyes? You think I don't know who Stefani Germanotta is?
You got me.
She will never be famous. Lady Gaga's birth name, and not a real mobster, although Lady Gaga looked like a mobster when she wore that meat dress.
Yes. All right, moving on.
I'm trying to say that the name you made was like her actual name. I don't know if that
you're
was
right.
clear
You're
at
right.
all,
You're right.
so.
Born in 1914. Cause of death, cement shoes. Gramuto Corpsico. Real mobster, fake mobster.
I gotta go F on that one.
That's
For
fake. I
fake,
made that
yeah.
up. Yeah, I made that up.
You're creative,
All right.
though.
Born in 1923. Cause of death, lead poisoning in a barber's chair. Albert Mad Hatter Anastasia.
I'm gonna give you the F on that one as well, because that sounds...
It's real.
What?
That's a real guy. Yeah,
did he
he
get-
got shot to death.
Oh, but that's not lead poisoning.
Yeah,
that's
it
that's
is.
like mob talk for... Okay, all right. You got the old lead poisoning at the Villa Capri.
Exactly.
I hear you. All right. Barber's chair, though. I tell you, some of these barbers, I wouldn't mind just dying in the chair. Some of them are too talkative and incompetent.
And I will tell you, we were at the Casa last night, and I went to use the bathroom. I did check the toilet tank for a free gun. No such gun.
Huh. Interesting. Someone must have got it.
Mm-hmm.
Born in 1928. Cause of death, suicide by cyanide. Shoes Capicol Genovese.
That sounds real.
Fake.
Fuck!
A guy named Shoes, and
Yeah,
his
they
nickname
have
is
all
Capicol?
sorts of crazy
on.
mob names, like Joey Bag of Donuts.
All right.
All right.
Born in
Snowflake.
1914. Eleanor Rigby's Mother Supreme and Capel Regime of the Rigby's family out of
That's
Manhattan.
Beatles song.
Cause of death, ham sandwich. Real mobs to fake mobs.
That's Mama Cass from the Beatles.
All right. Last, but certainly not least, we have Manly Lucky Gramada. Cause of death, bullets.
Was Lucky sort of an ironic name?
Yeah. Manly was his first name. Manly Lucky Gramada.
Bullets? When did he die?
No date of death or birth listed.
Okay. Kind of tossing this around in my mind a little bit. Trying to do some equations. Tapping into my knowledge of Mario Puzo, and as well as the mob, which, as far as I know, doesn't actually exist.
Real
I gotta
mobs or
say, that's
fake
definitely
mobs?
real, right?
That is a fake one.
Oh, no!
No date of death or birth because I didn't do one.
That's-
And that brings us to the end of the Mario
Oh my
Puzo
God.
birthday round of real mobster, fake mobster.
According,
Dan,
yeah.
lost big time.
According to my scorecard, I believe I got about 40 to 50%, which puts me at about mid, which actually pretty adequately describes me and my
Yeah.
skills as an entertainer and a partner.
And I've never seen The Godfather, so
Check it out; it's pretty funny.
is it on HBO?
It's on DVD, like you said earlier.
True. Okay, I'll check out Redbox. Actually, there's one at the Circle K a few blocks up. So
I
I'm gonna
noticed
go
that. My goodness,
grab that.
Okay. Sorry, I stepped on your line. Can you say that one more time?
There is a copy of The Godfather
Thank
at
you.
the
Happy birthday to
Circle
the
K
father of the
Redbox
modern day
up
DVD,
the
Mario
street.
Puzo. Down the street.
It's
down the
uphill,
street.
but
Oh. And we are going to be facing an uphill battle with a very controversial guest coming into the studio any minute now. I'm going to step outside. Jackie's going to go to Redbox. I'm going to step not outside, but upstairs to my coffee den, a.k.a.
Masturbatorium.
I'm going to
Shout
be
out
it's going to be
Kellogg's
the one
cereal.
room I probably never bust a nut in. The kitchen.
Well, there's still time. Not today. Not like right
Well-
now, but in your life, hopefully.
It's okay. I'm not in the mood at all right now anyway.
The thing is that you need to set achievable goals, and you can knock that off the list right away. Feel real good.
Carl Schunk here. With 3 locations, we give you more choices and quality name brand furniture, and at a guaranteed low price. In our Flex Deal Gallery, we have great buys on Flex Deal custom sofas, like this one for just $7.99. Flex Deal swivel rockers and gliders, we've got them and you'll save 50%. Here's a deal, Big Man Flex Deal Walker recliners for just $5.99. We have great deals every day. And remember, nobody sells quality for less. Shop Schunks and Marquette today.
Phil.
Phil Braun.
How you
boy.
doing?
Here we go.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Hey, howdy, hey. How's the Gulch treating you?
How's who's treating me?
The Gulch.
The Gulch is pretty much gone now,
Oh.
so it doesn't treat me any such way because it's been developed.
Wonderful
Sorry to hear
news.
that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's too bad.
They done paved the gulch and put up whatever they're putting up there.
They paved over the paving. I put
That's
more
too
paving
bad.
on it. So the old Gulch is gone, and
Wow.
there's a new asphalted Gulch on top of that.
God damn.
I don't like it.
I wouldn't either.
I want the old one back.
Bring back the Gulch. Welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast.
Welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast. Does anyone, Paul, would you like to say anything or should I speak for you?
All you, baby.
Well, say something.
Oh, I will say this. Welcome back to the show, Phil Braun. It's good to see you.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back. Good to see you guys. It's been a while.
Thanks for taking time away from your Sunday afternoon. Probably your family. Are you a family man? Is that accurate to say?
It'd be fair to say that, yes. I have 2 daughters.
Aw.
One was actually in town. They're both in college, and one was here recently and just went back today. So,
Okay.
fair to say.
Did she come with a big bag of dirty laundry? Right.
No, actually,
Oh.
surprisingly, my girls are fairly responsible to maintaining their hygiene and so forth in school. And she did her own laundry and didn't bring anything back.
Okay.
Shout out the Braun girls.
About
Hell
that.
yeah.
Shout out. Yeah.
It's not because of me, though. It's because of my wife.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I might need some
Obviously.
advice about how to make that happen because I, Phil, have a child on the way now, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So, you got a bunch of advice for me. Just go ahead and write it down in
Yeah.
a letter, ship it up my way.
Sure. Well, first thing is you're going to want to kill yourself for the first 3 months.
I believe that.
It's going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be an awful experience. Just
So
a
I've heard.
nightmare of no sleep and constant work and trying to figure out how to pack your. Do you have a van or a hatchback or anything with some cargo space?
Sadly, Phil, I drive a Mini Cooper, 2004.
That's a big mistake. That's mistake number 1.
You shouldn't buy an old race car before you have a
No,
baby.
well, when I bought the car, I didn't know there was a baby on the way. Luckily, my girlfriend has a Subaru Forester, so we've got plenty of
Okay.
room, plenty of trunk space in that one.
Well, your car is not going to be driven for a while. You'll be both be in the Subaru for a long time because there's playpens, there's diaper bags, there's you name it, all sorts of. You'll be amazed at the amount of time you'll spend packing just to go out to a restaurant, for example.
Oh, I can't wait to find out. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm sure there's just no restaurants for a period of time.
You will not want to go to a restaurant for a long period of time. So you'd be wise to stay away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Phil. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. The dog in the house. Should he do anything with the dog? The dog's probably gonna be fine, right?
Talking about me or Paul?
Paul has a vicious dog in his house.
Not vicious to babies, though. It's a nice dog. It just doesn't like Dan.
This dog nipped me on the butt cheek one time.
Yeah. Maybe he was being protective from the unborn baby.
Well,
That
this
could
was
be.
a
It
couple
was a
years
couple
back.
years before, but it's just something about
Dogs
his
can
look.
sense these things, yeah.
I will say this about that dog. We came home yesterday and look in the kitchen where my trash can usually sits, and I had to do kind of a double take. And I went, wait, this is a full-size trash can we're talking, and it's gone. It just is gone.
The whole trash can.
Whole trash can. I said, I don't remember moving the trash can to a different room of the house. It was actually the dog. The dog took it upon herself to take the entire garbage can into my office and go hog wild on some coffee grounds and old buffalo wings.
Wow.
And the smell coming off that dog these last 24 hours has been
Well, guess what?
Very tough.
Babies love coffee grounds, and they are going to do the exact same thing that your dog is doing.
Great.
The trash can's going to be gone. And you're going to see your child into a pile of rubbish.
I believe that.
I look forward to it.
Buffalo sauce all over its chin.
Oh,
For
yeah.
real. She had it when I came home. When I saw her, her ears were covered in buffalo sauce.
Why are you throwing away wings?
It was just the box. There wasn't even wings in there. It's just the sauce, and she stole the can and lapped it up.
Well, I guess this is good practice for your future son.
Yeah, I guess she's just getting me ready.
All right. Well, what else is happening? Phil, I believe you're coming to us from ATLGA, right?
Yes.
That spells Atlaga.
Home of the former Gulch in Atlanta, Georgia. That's correct.
Sure.
Nice.
The Atlanta Bravos baseball, hey?
Yeah, didn't have a very good season this year, but we still love them, but not too good. Not a good outcome.
If you had a chance right now, here's something we can make a clip of this. We can tag the Braves in it. Phil, if you had maybe 30 seconds right now, tell them anything you want to tell them. Give them a little fatherly advice. What can you tell the Braves?
Atlanta Braves, we love you. We support you. We're very sorry that things didn't work out this way. And we just ask that you take care of yourselves in the off season. And we wish you the best. And that's really all we can do is wish you the best. And the rest is up to you. Thank you.
Well said.
Well, the ball's in your glove now, Graves. God damn it, Graves.
Nope. Keep it. Print it.
I've been drinking too much damn coffee. Phil, do you drink a lot of coffee in the morning? Am I here?
I don't drink any coffee. I don't like it.
Okay.
Stay away. I'm a Coca-Cola man.
Dan, you are frozen in a very distressed position.
Yeah, you're doing like an Illuminati thing right now.
Looking like you got stung by a bee in the eye.
Headache or something.
That's tough.
Too much
a little
coffee.
too much coffee.
Which that's
I think it's messing with his Wi-Fi.
I back?
His vibrations are
Am I back?
off.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
okay.
back.
Maybe this is a good time to clue you in, Phil, if the listeners haven't picked up on this yet. I am having Wi-Fi connectivity issues, and they are affecting my connection to this very Zoom meeting, honestly.
Right.
And I guess, again, I hate to put you on the spot, but that's kind of what we're here to do. If you could give me some fatherly advice about my internet, what would that be?
Well, your first mistake is you're in the basement.
I know.
And I'm in the basement right now. There's a good chance I'm going to have the same issues as we go
How do you
along.
know this is the basement?
I can tell by the ductwork.
Yeah, see a furnace behind you.
All right.
Most people don't have those in their upstairs. I do because I don't have a basement, but that's because I live in a swamp.
Okay.
Exposed ductwork is the tip off.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So that's mistake number one. What else can I do with this? People have been saying Ethernet cable. I don't know what to do with that.
Well, yeah, Ethernet cable would be helpful, but there's infrastructure costs and construction costs that you got to do to run a wire down there. And
well, I don't own this house either. It's so I can't be. I mean, I could get like a big jackhammer and just start, going to town. But I don't think I don't know. We can talk about this off air. We can email about this or something.
Okay.
Because
I do have about 10 more things to list, but we can do that off air.
Okay. Can you
No, I don't.
Okay.
Take up the whole show.
All right, listeners, if you want to join us off air, call me up, 906-235-1726. I'll CC you on the email thread about some of my internet problems. But before we do that, we have a couple different places we could take this whole thing, and that is A, we could guess which celebrities have a birthday today, or see who died on this day, or something like that. B, I also wanted to accuse you of something today, Phil. Do you want to start with the accusations, or should we start with the trivia quiz?
Accuse away.
All right. I'm going to accuse you of a crime. I just got to grab my phone real quick. Hold on a second.
All right.
And I don't have absolute proof of this. I don't have the timestamps. I didn't bring the receipts, but I do have some screenshots of...
Well, I'm not saying no right away, so I'll wait to see what kind of evidence you have.
Okay. From our Happy Birthday podcast, what is it called now? Is it Twitter or what is it?
I call it Twitter.
Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody the other day, they typed in, they saw something I had posted, and then I had the x.com URL, and it auto-corrected itself to Twitter. So even Elon Musk doesn't call it X. The URL will revert back to Twitter. So I think it's still officially Twitter.
Interesting.
All right, you're full of internet wisdom today. I'm loving this.
That was number 2 I was going to tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
That could help. That could help speed up this whole process because my machine's it's translating X into Twitter.
I'm sure you're typing in the wrong URLs, and they are having to revert back to the original correct URLs, and that's probably slowing down things and giving you some lag. So that was number 2 in the 10-point.
All right, I pulled it out of you, I guess.
Yeah.
So
we'll save the other 8 for later.
Okay. They might just come up. You never know. But we're looking at October. Oh, I do want to say our Twitter account, we barely have any followers. It's our worst social media account. It sucks. I post on there. I try to be amusing. People are just not paying attention. It stinks. And that's the kind of the opposite of your Twitter account, Phil, which you're kind of one of the bigger
it's even I'll admit it's stagnated. It's kind of a dead place, even though I'm never going to leave it. I've made a vow to Elon that I will never leave Twitter. I'll be on there no matter what happens.
Okay.
But I will admit the place does not. There's no growth there anymore. It is pretty much a dead zone.
Well, I do look forward to the time where it's nothing but like Nazis and beheading videos, and then every now and then there's good old Phil Braun.
Good old
chiming in with the
you gotta
Jimmy
have
Carter
some comedy mixed in in between the beheadings.
So October the 2nd of this month, I'm looking at 4:05 p.m. I decided to pay tribute to some of the recently fallen celebrities in the celebrity solar system, and I posted Frank Fritz from American Pickers. You know him? Not him
personally.
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised, no offense, if somehow you or at least Facebook friends at the very least.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to keep my eye on the ball here. Frank Fritz, Chris Christopherson, John Amos, and Pete Rose are jamming in heaven right now.
Yes, you said that.
I did.
Yeah, and I know what you're going to say. You're saying I aped your post and stole it.
I wasn't going to say aped, but yeah.
Okay.
Because what do I look? Oh, I get a response from Phil Braun who says, "Why not Dikembe?" Which is a fair point. That basketball player Dikembe, who Jackie, can you do a quick impression of him right now? Jackie mimed a free throw. It was very good. So this was on your radar. Yeah. I go over to Instagram.com what do I say? Sorry, I'm holding my phone close to the microphone. It's making all sorts of odd noises right now.
I'll tell you what you saw.
Okay, yeah, tell me. Tell me.
You saw an improved post that was funnier, and it was also more apropos to the situation, because nobody knows who this Fritz man is you're talking about. First off, I doubt he played anything.
Frankly, that's one of the bigger problems we have with the show in general.
Yeah.
So I get that completely.
Well, can you say what sort of content did you offer on Instagram, Phil?
I think I put Chris Christopherson.
Sure. Musicians.
Dikembe Mutombo and Pete Rose are jamming in heaven. And they were all pictures of them playing their guitars.
Nice.
Made sense. Made people laugh about their demise. And therefore, a better post.
Okay.
But it's not like you have a copyright on Chris Christopherson's death or Pete Rose's death.
But that combination of, but I guess you didn't use the same combination.
I didn't use it. I mixed it up.
No, he used a better one. I'm on Phil's side, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I feel like good art is improvement on an identical piece of bad art.
Yeah, art is always improving.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the albums I've put out are just like Led Zeppelin and Boston and stuff like that, with me playing guitar solos in some of the breaks where there's no solo.
Yeah. And that, I'm sure people like that.
They do. I'm getting lots of hits on Groove Shark.
Yeah.
I will.
So I don't think that's a crime. I don't think you would be able to hold up in the court of law.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, you'd probably be admonished for bringing it up in court as saying this was a crime.
Well,
Dan?
In my defense, I thought that I had an airtight case. I thought it was open and shut. I thought it was going to be, I thought I was going to throw the book at you.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Not in my defense, but in my defense that I'm recognizing the flaws in my own lawsuit is I had not considered that your post did make a lot more sense. It neatly followed the comedy rule of threes.
Yes. Guess what? That was my third topic on improving the internet is always go by the rule of three.
Okay.
Well,
the three rules are: did you reboot your computer?
Yes.
Did you check the URL? Make sure it was correct. And the third one is make sure you turn your camera on.
Okay. Well, I did those all in the wrong order. I got my camera on first.
Or you skipped one. I don't know.
I don't know what I did, but I do know, when we talk about the rule of three, maybe I'm making a mistake on the computer right now because I got 4 people in this Zoom meeting and it's starting to feel like maybe that was a mistake.
Leave. I can go.
Okay. Maybe I overestimated the popularity of the former co-host of American Pickers.
I think that was a big mistake.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Is that a bluegrass show?
Exactly. What is it? A bluegrass show. The other guy is a Hall of Fame basketball player.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy was on A&E for upwards of 4 or 5 years digging out old oil cans and jack-in-the-boxes from hoarders' garages.
Right. Well, most people don't even get A&E anymore. It's been taken off of a lot of the subscriber channels. Like I don't have
my cable box
Comcast
doesn't
anymore.
have it.
Yeah. I'm on YouTube TV now. They don't have A&E. So I don't even see it. It's out of sight, out of mind. This guy, Willie Fritz.
And if I'm going to, throw a fit about how we only have 116 Twitter followers, maybe less posts leading with Frank Fritz would be helpful.
Wait, what's his name? I said it was Willie Fritz. What's his name?
Well, he went by Willie.
Oh, he did. But you're saying his name is Frank Fritz?
Yes.
Oh.
So, I guess we're all... I don't know. Our wires got crossed somehow here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What got him? Was it mesothelioma?
No. Well, I don't know. I probably had a combination of that and the lead paint from some of those old Jack in the Boxes and
Makes sense.
sniffing oil cans to see what year they're from.
You could have it from your exposed ceilings there in your basement.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably asbestos raining right on top of you right now.
Actually can see a little bit coming down.
This house was built within the past 100 years. I don't think that there's going to be any issue with...
That's a problem.
Well, I have got egg on my face as usual over this whole controversy, and I guess I will try to make posts that make more sense in the future, that more people will like. And when I see someone improve on one of my great posts, instead of asking that person to take time away from their family on a Sunday afternoon to admonish them for dozens of listeners, I will try to take inspiration from a post I think is funny and change that post for my own purposes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Agreed.
Phil, how much money do you have in your checking account right now?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Couple $100,000 maybe?
Oh. Well,
Rich.
No, I'm kidding.
that's okay. We can leave that in because it makes it sound like we know rich people then. How would you like that to be $100 more by answering some questions here?
Honestly, if you've got $200,000, $100 is not going to make any difference at all.
Thank you for tuning into the Happy Birthday podcast. This has been Phil Braun.
I
Good
think
night.
Dan needs it more than I do. Looking at his basement and his internet, he needs to jump up to the gigabyte system, the gigabyte level of internet connectivity.
Yeah,
with that $100.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. $100 could buy you a 100-foot cable.
Yeah,
or I could
running through the
grease the palms of my Comcast rep.
That's true.
You keep it, but I'll play your game.
Okay, that's very magnanimous of you. Thank you. Who's got one? Who's got a game?
Oh no, it's a bad week for birthdays. I'm just gonna say
it's a
that
bad
right
week
off the
for
bat.
birthdays, but it's not the worst week for deaths because there's at least one I wanted to ask Phil about. You guys mind if I just go ahead and jump into that?
Please do, yeah.
I don't mind.
So, Phil, on this day in, let's see, 1973, this television host, who was a Libra, Chinese zodiac ox, member of the Greatest Generation, died of esophageal cancer. He was born September 28th, 1901.
Ooh.
He was a writer. He had bands like the Beatles, the Dave Clark Five, and the Jackson Five on his show, which ran from 1948 to 1971.
That you said he's just a regular show host, or did you say a game show host?
Regular TV show host.
Regular TV show host.
So I did like that game show that the Jackson 5 and the Beatles appeared on together. That was a good.
Yeah,
Yes,
they were on
good
the
episode.
Pyramid or something foreign
like
thing.
that. Yeah.
That's got to be. Oh gosh, what's his name? Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. You got it.
Wow.
Almost forgot.
Yeah.
We did it. So, Jackie, Dan, I'm guessing you guys have some old birthdays, although not too many.
Well, I have.
Not too many.
I've
got one I can give you.
Okay. Well,
it was a genuinely bizarre week for birthdays. We do this all the time, and every once in a while there are weeks where there's like no celebrity birthdays. I actually had to look it up to see, like, is October 15th an uncommon day to be born? It's not. But as far as recognizable celebrities go, born on that day,
This is the day we're going with, the 15th.
15th.
Yes, and this comes out the 15th.
Yeah, I'm sure you were thinking, October 13th, which TV host died on that day? You were thinking...
You could have picked... There were some good ones on the 10th, I think. You could have picked some celebrities on the 10th.
Well, it doesn't really work that way. We don't get to pick the day. I mean...
Sounds like you can, because we're picking the 15th right now.
Because the app, that's when it comes out, is on the 15th.
It has to be Tuesday. We have a handful of angry people if it doesn't come out on their Tuesdays. They need it to make it through their Tuesday workday.
You got a lot of OCD listeners or something?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah. And hosts.
I think most people have some sort of developmental issue if they're partaking in this.
All right. Well, we'll go with that then.
Okay. But you probably want to talk about Ed Sullivan for a little bit, right? Ed Sullivan from TV.
Well, we already know how he died. Paul gave that away, so that ruins the mystery there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a pretty awful way to go. Esophageal cancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was on account of the chain smoking.
But yeah.
Doesn't say here on onthisday.com. I could go over to the Wikipedia, but I won't.
It could also be GERD from all the coffee grounds and buffalo wings he was probably eating backstage.
I could see someone like Ed getting into the trash.
All right. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. I've got one for you. Born on October 15th, 1970. This is an American R&B singer. His name, I'll give it to you, Elgin Baylor Lumpkin, better known by his stage name Blank.
Wow, his birth name, Elgin Baylor. So he was named after a basketball player, but then renamed himself. I guess I can understand that because there's some confusion. He called himself Elgin Baylor.
And then Lumpkin as well, you said, right?
Lumpkin is his
well, I'm
last
just thinking
name.
of his first and middle name.
Right. I just wanted to make sure we were clear on Lumpkin.
Yeah.
And he wanted to
He
say
had
it.
one very famous song titled Pony.
Coney.
Pony, like a little horse.
Oh, Pony.
Yeah, Pony.
That's still not ringing a bell.
Would Coney ring more of a bell?
R&B song Coney,
That's
2012.
thinking songs about Coney Island.
This song Pony, this is about sex. This is a very horny 1996 R&B
Genuine?
song. It is Genuine.
Wow.
He's that old?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That threw me off.
Yeah, I thought that was more or less a current hit.
Genuine.
So did I.
I love that song.
Yeah,
Is that like a-
1996 that came out.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Genuine.
And that is crazy.
Happy
I think
birthday,
probably
Genuine.
post Mr. Hands incident, you couldn't do a pony sex song these days, but back then it was the 90s. You could do whatever you wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you have in the CD player back in 96, Phil? I'm going to guess you were maybe more of a, I don't know.
What do you think I would have in there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Did you have a CD player in 96, if you can remember?
Yeah. I mean, what do you... didn't everybody have a CD player in 96?
You probably had like Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Oh,
Aerosmith's Honkin' on Bobo,
that
Wasn't out yet.
the Beatles One.
Wasn't out yet.
I do
Lion King.
own that CD, but yeah.
Bob Marley One.
Nope.
Keep
Not a
going.
big Bob Marley. Not an Aerosmith fan per se.
I'm way
Not a
off.
Bob
Bon
Marley
Jovi?
Did Bon Jovi put out any music in 96? I mean, I like
Yeah.
Bon Jovi, okay, but
Okay.
you're off the mark. That's all I got.
I'm guessing I'm going to go Blind Melon.
Nope.
All right. Dan.
Oh, 96. I'm thinking.
And I'm generalizing mid 90s. But go ahead.
All right. Bad Hair Day, Weird Al Yankovic.
Nice.
No, did that come out in 96?
Yes, it did.
No, I was pretty much over Weird Al probably around 89, 90. I'd moved on.
Okay.
Tom Petty.
See,
Tom Petty.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Probably what was in my CD player in '96 is probably some sort of Smashing Pumpkins album.
Oh,
Ooh, grunchy.
I just saw them last couple weekends ago.
Oh yeah, they're back out there, aren't they?
They played. I didn't go to the concert, but
You just saw them out and about.
I saw some pumpkins outside the grocery store, and I thought about smashing them.
Oh.
You know what, though? I actually did see. I don't want to. We'll keep talking about CDs you may or may not have owned 30 years ago. But speaking of Smashing Pumpkins, I saw on Twitter.com. Yes, Twitter.com. You can still use that URL. An account that I did not follow, but they've been suggesting this account where people try to vigilante style capture pedophiles. They're like doing like a DIY to catch a predator thing. And I think there are. And I'm okay. I'll just put it out in the open. I'm not in favor of child predators. I'm against it.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'll say that.
Perfect.
I don't mind saying it, but there are people that are, I think, kind of entrapping. Seems like a lot of maybe slow folks into
and been them beating the shit out of them on Twitter.
Yes. There was these two guys filming this guy and that they were calling a child predator. And I'm sure, I guess he was. I don't know. And someone snuck up behind him with a pumpkin and bashed him on the head with it, and I did not like seeing that. And that's all. I didn't like that at all.
Because of the pumpkin, or because of what happened to the person that they put the pumpkin on?
I guess because of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
The pumpkin, that's usually a Devil's Night thing. I guess, Phil, you probably don't have Devil's Night, but in Michigan we have a thing called Devil's Night. That's when you're supposed to smash the pumpkins.
Oh. Right. Because they're evil, or what's the purpose of that?
No, it's just about being it's kind of about being a bad boy.
You're evil.
And,
okay.
Yeah, you do toilet paper stuff and
the Bible Belt here, they don't have anything called the Devil's Night. Lest ye be cast out of the church or anywhere else.
That makes sense.
So did you never get up into any rascally business around the Halloween season when you were a youngster, Phil?
Wait, is it before or after? You guys remember?
It's the eve of Halloween.
Eve of Halloween.
Night before, yeah.
Halloween, Hallows Eve.
Eve,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a night like that where you smash stuff?
That happened maybe once or twice, but it was usually on the end of, like, when Halloween was kind of dying down, everybody was kind of through with the trick-or-treating, but everybody's like still everything's running high, you're still wanting to do stuff. And then that's when you just start smashing stuff and throwing pumpkins off your balcony and whatever you can get your hands on, really.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a big purge situation almost, except with the murder.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
maybe.
These days, who knows, hey? Who are you voting for that come November, Phil? Let's not talk about that.
All right.
Well, you can. What do you think?
Local? I mean, Trump. Trump all the way.
Yeah, of course.
He's got, he's bringing back the purge. He wants to make it a real thing.
He does. I heard
Purge the Gulch, Halloween.
I mean, imagine down at the Gulch on Purge night. That place is going to be wild.
Yeah, stay away.
Yes. I tell you what I also liked was Temple Pilots back in the 90s.
Oh,
one of my favorite 90s bands.
STP. Yeah.
Pearl Jam. I liked all that.
Okay, so you were more on the grunge. College rock church.
Yeah.
Grinch.
Very cool.
Grinch music, they called it.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'm also going to guess that you had Andrew Dice Clay, The Day the Laughter Died on CD.
No.
Okay.
Never owned that.
Well, Phil, I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a link to an eBay listing for that CD if you can guess who on this day. I need to pull up a little information on this person. I'm just going to keep vamping. We're live on the air right now. This guy, you might know who this is. Hint. There's your first hint.
Personally?
Let's see. Passed away in 2019. So if you did know him, you'd be mourning his loss to this day. But he was from Allentown, Pennsylvania, but was probably best known not for his birthplace, but for it's hard when you're trying to talk and you're also reading someone's early life section of Wikipedia.
Well, it sounds like it's Billy Joel.
It does sound like it's Billy Joel. I'm really sorry to say this. It is not Billy Joel. Billy Joel, this guy's born a couple of things. Passed away 2019. And as far as I know maybe Billy Joel's not like grunge, so you might not know this kind of thing. But Billy Joel is still with us, and I believe he plays at Madison Square Garden nightly. Is that correct?
Still going.
Yeah. But he's got I think it's basically like an open mic night at this point. Like it's people come up and
anybody can come up and sing.
Yeah. And he's doing a thing where he puts his arms behind his back and people can put their arms through his armholes and play the piano.
Huh.
Kind of Whose Line style. So, Phil, who are we talking about? Born in 1924.
Okay.
Where does your mind go when you hear 1924?
Boy, where does it go from when I hear 1924? A lot of good memories, but let's see. There's Flappers and there's,
Bathtub Gin.
Three Stooges are sort of starting to kind of hit it big in vaudeville.
Yeah, a little bit. The Ted Healy era, you might say.
Yeah. All right, so this guy died
2019.
He's from Allentown, or he died in Allentown?
Died in Los Angeles, California. I would kind of forget about the whole Allentown connection because he's really known for Ford Motor Company. He's known for Ford Motor Company.
But is it Henry Ford II?
You might want to call this guy an unofficial Henry Ford II Jr. And was known as being, I think he was on TV commercials a lot in the 80s. I think. He's got a funny name. It's a good comedy name. In my mind's ear, I hear Johnny Carson saying this name like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Who could that be? I think that's probably a good hint.
It could be anybody, though.
He was involved in the Ford. Yeah, he was involved in the Ford Pinto.
Okay.
Exploding car.
Mr. Bean?
Yeah, I remember the exploding car, but I don't know who was involved with its manufacturer.
The original Mr. Bean. I will tell you this. There's a picture of him in a suit on Wikipedia, and he looks kind of ill-tempered. And he was married not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
All of them ending in divorce. Oh, no, I'm sorry. His first wife died, then the other two.
Then the other two.
Well, I correct myself again. The second one was annulled. I don't know what the deal is with that. Then the last one was
that
divorced.
helps.
Okay.
Knowing that helps a lot.
Blah, blah, blah. I really think he was like, I will say this, Phil. I will say this.
Is he just a commercial guy, or is he in...
No, he was the president of Ford.
He was the president of Ford. Iacocca?
Yes!
Whoa,
Lee
deep knowledge.
Iacocca.
Holy
Was
shit.
he on TV commercials? Because here's my whole thing is I'm a younger guy. I'm 18 years old, Phil.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of comedy things from the 1980s, stuff like that, old SNL reruns, Dennis Miller Weekend Update. Doesn't get better than that. And that's just a name that I would hear kind of used as a punchline. Like,
Well, I'm sure he was brought up a lot in the popular culture. He did write a book that was very popular in the 80s, I think. And then he had something to do with DeLorean, right?
oh yeah.
So I think he was sort of in the pop culture mind of a lot of folks back then.
Was I wrong about the commercials, though?
He might have been.
Okay.
When he was with Dodge, Chrysler, and or DeLorean, I would say yes.
All right. Did you ever think that it would have been better for him to maybe go into the Coca-Cola business and do Lee
Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola or
Coca-Cola.
That's
when I offer my Irish friends a soda and they want it. Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm. We can move on from Lee Iacocca.
Yeah, I would stay away from the ethnic humor, but
Paul's gone.
We lost
Paul.
What happened?
Probably offended Paul with your ethnic mimicry of accents and things, and he probably left.
Yeah, he hates
Paul
that
doesn't
kind of
like
humor.
that kind of humor.
Well, he should.
What happened? All right. Well, I guess we can. Show's over.
Guess we're done. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
See you later.
his baby was born.
Oh shit! Way too early.
Do you want to? Should I tell Phil about the baby, the circumstances of this baby?
Yeah.
He's not around, so
there are further complications more than just him having a baby, which is a huge complication.
That's a big one. Yes.
The mother of this child,
yeah,
is my younger sister, and I'm not joking.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to be the uncle.
Actually,
I'm going to be the uncle to my own sister. Right? Or
no, you're just straight
just
up
regular.
the uncle of the child.
Okay. Does my relationship to him change at all? To Paul? Are we?
I feel like
not
it has
until they get
already.
married. I think you're nobody to him, and he's nobody to you, until there's a legal ceremony that occurs
Okay.
between he and your sister.
But would that be legal though? Her being my sister and him being my friend.
Can your sister is allowed to marry other people. They
other
can't go
people,
outside the family. Is that what you mean?
Well, of course, outside the family, but not outside of my friend circle. That's where the question lies.
Yes, outside of your friend circle.
Paul's not your friend?
No, he is. I'm saying she should keep it outside of that, and it should be a stranger. Because in the past, she's had previous relationships, and it was these guys. I didn't know who the hell they were.
Well, this is, truly a devil you know and devil you don't know situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know which devil Paul is. Is he going to be a nightmare to be in the family?
Well, he's a nightmare.
Yeah. So what do I? But I mean, legally, is this my second time today that I'm being found legally?
Legally speaking, you owe nothing to Paul at all.
I know that. I don't think I owe him anything. It's not about owing anyone. It's just, is the situation, can it move forward? I don't know. And what's my not even that, just the whole the relationship.
The child should be born. Yes.
The child should be allowed to be born. Yes.
They can decide though up until the moment it comes out of the womb whether or not that's
right. I think they have an hour maybe after it's born to decide.
Fuck.
Because you want to make sure you want to get a feel for the thing.
Do either of you guys have kids?
No.
Okay. So when your child is born, there is a clock it's a digital clock on the wall of the delivery room. When that baby is born, the doctor presses a button, and then there's a countdown clock from 60 down to 0. You have that time to decide, am I going to keep this or are we going to execute it? And that's sort of how that works. Or at least it used to work that way until Donald Trump started messing up with things. But and I guess I admitted I'm voting for Trump, but that's one of the things I guess I don't like is not having that choice to terminate your baby after an hour old, which we used to legally be able to do.
Yeah.
For 50 years, we've been allowed to do that. It's worked fine. So I don't see what the problem with that would be.
I guess it's just like, is part of it just like, it's probably Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's always been a comfort. We kept our kids.
Yeah.
But it was a comfort. My wife was when my wife delivered, she was like, phew. It's like, yeah, we're going to keep the kids, but it's just nice knowing we have a choice. We can decide to just kill them now, or we can keep them. But we kind of already knew. We decided about, 15 minutes in, we kind of figured out that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But it was just nice to have that option.
I imagine like at a certain point, if you have a name picked out, you're like, well, I don't want to throw that away.
Once you name it.
Well, sometimes you might say, I want to keep this name. I don't want to give it up right now. I might want to use it later. So
on a better kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are things you think about.
Okay.
Wow.
In the delivery room. That's crazy. You'll have debates, and they'll be back and forth with your partner, and the doctor may have some opinions too, and depending on his leanings, he may be a little more hardcore or quick to the draw, and maybe not.
And then who gets to kill the child? Is it the doctor, the uncle, the best friend?
Usually, they give the dad the honor to kill the child. It's
nice.
Either the doctor hands you a blade and you have the choice. Say, all right, you can either cut the umbilical cord, which means you're going to keep it, or just cut the baby's jugular and then kill it.
Yeah. Nice.
Those are usually what the options are.
Because
the mom she's kind of tired. She doesn't have the energy to kill her kids right then.
Right.
She may want to later, but then
I was gonna say,
after the hour's up, it's too late to legally do it.
Yeah.
If you travel to a different time zone, do you get another hour?
Or like a daylight savings baby.
Right.
Yeah, that would be interesting if you were born midnight or 2 a.m. is usually when the daylight savings kicks in. So if you're delivering at 2 a.m., daylight savings kicks in. You do have a legal loophole to work with.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a leap year baby too, I would guess.
Or like New Year's when the bars stay open till 4 instead of 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
Paul, we have some good news for you. We can talk about after the show, but you do have options. So
great.
Yeah.
I would just hate to see, those delivery rooms. I'd hate to see a dog getting into that trash can. Hey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably why they don't.
We're gonna keep the placenta, but it's not for us. It's for the dog.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, the dog's gonna get to it no matter what. It sounds like.
Yeah, you can keep the placenta anyway. So whether you keep the kid or not, you get the placenta.
And that's good news, frankly.
Right.
That's really the part that we were looking for.
Yeah.
Kid, I mean, great, but really, trying to enrich the soil of my garden here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, it's Sunday. It's October. I know that you probably have to go buy some pumpkins yourself. Just watch out for the vigilantes out there.
Okay.
Not to say that, well, forget it. Can I start that again? Can I start again?
Yeah, go ahead.
From the top.
Welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast. We're here with Jackie
Happy
Lambert.
birthday, everyone. And welcome to the Happy...
And we would like to welcome Phil Braun to the show. Phil from OfficeHoursLive.com. And TMZ also. You've been on TMZ. Is that fair to say?
I've been on there a couple of times, yes.
That's cool.
TMZ Live, is different. TMZ Live is different than the TMZ show. They're two different shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, yes. I don't mean that the
differentiate the two.
Paparazzi is out there trying to take pictures of you, by bringing your Stone Temple Pilots CD to Goodwill or whatever it would be that you'd be doing. Yes. You've made contact with the TMZ online people.
Oh yeah,
to be on there. Yeah.
Been on their show. Talk to Harvey. Talk to Charles. Many times.
So check that out, listeners. We're not sponsored by TMZ, but I do have one more question before we go. Have you seen that? And I guess this is a question for everybody. Have you seen that Hawk Tua thing? This girl, the interview with
Unfortunately, yes.
Or the video, not interview, but I mean,
yeah.
So if listeners need some context on that, is a short video that you can watch Twitter, TikTok, anywhere, where a gentleman is out on the street. It looks like it's late night, and he accosts these two young women on the street and asks, what's something that you can do in bed that would drive a man crazy? And she says, you got to spit on it. You got to give him that Hawk Tua. And I don't want to explain what that is, but you can probably figure out yourself what she meant by that. So my question for you is, would you ever consider standing out on the street interviewing people like that, asking people, how do you drive a man crazy in bed?
At my age?
Yes.
No. Asking college-age girls that question is not something that I want to have anything to do with or get anywhere near.
I only ask because it seems like it's popular content, and it could.
It is. I know it's tempting to want to delve in and get that viral clip, but that's one I would gonna have to stay away.
You could go way down, grab some gulch lizards, and say, "What do you do? Essentially to make a man." It doesn't have to be like gross. You're asking them. You're not like fully clothed and all that. So you're not. But you're not.
Well, I know
interested
that. Yes, I would imagine I would be. But well, though many in the Gulch are not. So not a given.
All right. So this is all right. Well, I thought it was worth.
In fact, I would say that interview has probably happened at least several hundred times in the Gulch.
No cameras, but
the more
asked and answered many times.
The more I learn about the Gulch, the more I want to visit. And listeners, if you're ever in the Atlanta area, I've never been. I would love to go sometime, but I don't know.
Find yourself a freight train that goes to Atlanta, and a freight train that hopefully runs through the line that goes underneath the Phillips Arena. That's where the Gulch is adjacent to that. So if you hop a freight train preferably, you could end up in the Gulch in Atlanta, Georgia yourself.
Well, that's good news for me. I'm a big fan of old blues music, and hopping a freight train down to Atlanta is right up my alley then.
Yeah, but like I said, they've developed over it, so it's not the old Gulch, it's the new Gulch.
Well, shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Closing remarks, anyone?
Closing remarks? None. Thank you.
I hate to do this. I know I shouldn't do it, but can I get one more internet tip from you? I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but it's not for me. It's for the listeners.
Yeah. We did. Wait, what did we do? We did 3.
The rule of 3.
Number 3 was the rule of 3.
The first one, I don't. What was the number 1 rule again?
You have to type in the correct URL.
That's one of the rules of 3. Hold on a second here.
No, what was 2? I don't even remember 2 now.
We can
number 3. The number 3. Oh, the number. I know what the number 3. Number 4. I'm sorry. The number 4 rule is save up an extra $100 for the gigabit service.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that will make a big difference.
You're not going to regret it.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you for graciously allowing me to keep my $100, even though you did fair and square get the names Lee Iacocca, Ed Sullivan,
Genuine
as well, yeah, which was really the and one more CD guess here. And I also want to ask you, what's for dinner tonight, Phil? What's going on in the crock pot in your house?
Ooh, there's nothing cooking at the moment, so it's a good guess. This could be a pizza night. This could be a pizza order out night.
All right. Well, one last opportunity for a viral clip here. Could you give a shout out to your local pizzeria and put in a few good words for them? This could be like an ad read for us as well. They can probably.
Sure. Phil Braun here. You've seen me on TMZ Live and Office Hours, and I'd like to give a big thumbs up to Papa John's Pizza. The best pizza known to man, and it was originated in Louisville, Kentucky by a man named Papa John. And I would recommend it to anybody. It's reasonably priced. They deliver, and you can also pick it up. So go out and get one tonight and enjoy yourself a large pepperoni pizza from Papa John's.
And Phil, do you eat the pepper or do you leave the pepper?
No, I don't like the pepper. I don't eat it.
It's kind of nasty in there. I feel like it loses all the juice in the box.
Yeah. I don't like the smell either, but the pizza is good.
Oh, garlic cup. Final question. Garlic cup or no
Isn't
garlic cup?
Isn't that their slogan, though? I don't like the smell, but the pizza's good. I'm sorry. You can answer the garlic cup question.
I don't use the garlic cup either. I just eat the pizza. It's really a waste for them to use it on me, but.
And
there you go.
One last trivia note that I think everyone's going to love to hear. The very first episode we ever made of this ding-dong thing, whose birthday did I observe? Papa John Schnatters.
Very nice.
So I think we've come full circle. Thank you for enjoying the final episode of the Happy Birthday Podcast and my final day alive. This is it.
Wow.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Phil.
You're welcome.
And all right.
That's
wait. We got to do a better outro than that. Hold on a second.
Hang on. I got you.
Okay. I don't hear anything. You gotta.
No, I can't do nothing about that. Oh well.
Jackie,
All right. I actually do literally have to leave right now, so.
where are you going?
The bathroom.
Oh.
Emergency.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Hold on. I can do an outro here. How did they end? Oh, you've been listening to. Thank you. There we go. We had a great time tonight. I want to thank Stone Temple Pilots for being here and playing, and Genuine. Big thanks to Lee Iacocca, Lauren Michaels, everyone else, and to Phil Braun for being here.
Thanks, everybody. I enjoyed it.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Yes.
See you next time, Phil.
Dump this caller. Dump this caller. Or do we have to wait till the end of the theme music?
No. I think I'm going to break my computer again if I keep doing that.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes. I had too
Well,
many
okay,
windows
have
open.
you noticed, usually on that damn show, when they do that final thing, it gets cut off early anyway. Half the time, it's like, you can't figure out how to have the whole credits on? This show's been on the air for 100 years.
Talking about SNL?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it cuts off right at the... They're like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they speed it up to 100 miles an hour where you don't get to even meet anybody.
And I want to know, who's still on the writing staff. Is Al Franken still around? Probably not these days.
He might be.
You never know. I don't think he's doing much these days. All right. Well, I think I covered I think I covered everything.
I think you got it.
Okay. I might have to go to the bathroom as well.
Hey, Carol, you know what I need? I think I need a crossbow.
Oh, I don't think so.
Grandma, don't you know Papa hurt his arm?
Is it that left arm again, Carl? It's that time of year again, ladies. It's time to get your fair share during Shunk's Homemaker Sale. Our Marquette City location has been restocked with living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture just in time for our Homemaker Sale. We have a large selection of reclining sofas. This one's just $7.99.
Shop Shunk's of Marquette today.